In today's news, do not follow a band-aid approach to solving issues at hand. Dr. Charles Wheatley on education. VI students head to Singapore to participate in Robotics Challenge. The BVI Film Commission hosts the film competition, and Governor is said to be deeply concerned by drug activity at Anegada and student talent showcased in Unite for the Seas BVI Coral Crisis Art Competition. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
son.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Over there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Tuesday, September 26, 2023. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Tuesday is wished to everyone. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, Dr. the Honorable Nathaniel D. Wheatley, the Premier of the Virgin Islands, has described his first few months in office since his victory in the April 2023 elections as a daunting and humbling experience. During his appearance as a guest on the popular Talking Points talk show, Dr. Wheatley received congratulations from the program host for overcoming detractors who had labeled him an accidental premier in the months following the arrest of former Premier Andrew Foy. Having successfully cleared that hurdle, Dr. Wheatley expressed his pride in carrying the mantle of the great leaders of the Virgin Islands who laid the foundation for his generation. He emphasized that as the Premier, it is his intention to responsibly to have a similar impact on the future generations.
And the experience is, it's daunting, but not just daunting, it's humbling. To be able to have the opportunity, just like you spoke about, we spoke about the word of the day, legacy, the rich legacy that was left for us by our foreparents. Not too long ago, I was reading 25 years of ministerial government. Yes. And if you're not familiar with that document, it's something that you should familiarize yourself with, because we've had leaders in the past who've been able to take actions which I am the beneficiary of and my children are a beneficiary of. And I think that I have a responsibility to do that for current and for future generations, because of course the BVI has come from a long way in our history.
Describing the BVI as a young democracy that has made significant progress and still holds great promise for the future, Wheatley acknowledged the recent transformation. Decades of progress in the territory have not been without challenges. As a member of the new generation of leaders, he said he hopes to address some of these challenges outstanding.
We are a young democracy. Yeah. My parents' generation would have been a generation which would have witnessed the transformation of the Virgin Islands from a place where, no one had electricity, where we didn't have cars. We used to ride around on donkeys, and we used to have our transportation on wooden sloops. From that generation to the generation now where, we wanted the, best known and most popular financial centers in the world. We're in the sailing capital of the world. And of course, we see a far different life experience than our foreparents would have had before. What comes with that? A lot of challenges. With development comes challenges that every country in the world faces. We're no different from anyone in the world. But of course, I see myself as a part of a new generation of leaders who will be able to look at some of the areas of weakness, especially over the past 20 years, and try to see how we can look to resolve some of the challenges which have come about since persons like Lavity Stout and Ralph O'Neill laid the foundation and the framework, and my grandfather Willard Wheatley and Cyril Romney and all of the other persons, Conrad Maduro, all of the other persons who laid the foundation which we've been benefiting on. How can we take what they've done further?
Wheatley conveyed his eagerness to build upon the foundation that has been laid and navigate the necessary processes to accomplish tasks for the people of the BVI. In a recent visit to Anegada, the Governor of the Virgin Islands, His Excellency John Ranking, CMG, accompanied by Deputy Commissioner of Police Mr. Omri and members of the BVI Airports Authority, inspected the airport and assessed the wreckage of the plane that was destroyed by fire following the unauthorized landing in the early hours of Wednesday, September 20th. Now, this incident came just weeks after a significant drug seizure on the island. On September 1st, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force gave confirmation that it has seized more than 800 kilograms of cocaine, and an aircraft was reportedly transported that shipment of illicit drugs to the island. Now, while little information is available surrounding the circumstances by which last week's aircraft landed in Anegada and became engulfed in flames, traffickers have been known to practice burning planes used for transporting illicit substances as a tactic to evade law enforcement and destroy evidence. During his visit, the governor expressed concern over the misuse of the Auguste George Airport for illegally transporting drugs. He emphasized the urgent need to enhance security measures at the airport to combat drug trafficking. The governor pledged to collaborate with the National Security Council, for which he is a part of, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, and the Airports Authority to address this issue effectively. Now, viewers, the governor acknowledged that while there has been an encouraging increase in drug and gun seizure, he remains deeply worried about the scale of the problem. Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
We've got it. Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got oil, in stock. We've got batteries, in stock. We've got tires, in stock. Even brakes, yes sir. Yes! VI Motors, pioneering the automotive industry in the Virgin Islands since 1966 with leading brands like Toyota, Chevy, and Honda. We even do custom orders. We have all the top brands in automotive parts as well, so you know you're getting quality. Come visit us at Duff's Bottom, Tortola. Go to our website at vimotors.com or just call us at 494-2496. Remember, VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got it.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for sticking with us. Continuing on the local scene, significant strides are said to have been made to revive the Pacoot Pond incinerator, which has been inactive since being gutted by fire in 2022. That's according to the Director of the Waste Management Department, Mr. Marcus Solomon, who provided an update on ongoing efforts to restore the incinerator to operational status in a recent press release. Now, during a trip to the Condutech Systems LLC in Richmond, Virginia, United States earlier this month, Mr. Solomon and Waste Management Officer Mr. Neville Allen verified the status of outstanding contract agreements. Solomon expressed optimism about the progress made during the trip, stating that the visit allowed his team to address some lingering contract issues, which, and I quote, puts us in a better place for a positive outcome to replace the spare parts necessary to have the incinerator functional by the end of the year. He emphasized the importance of maintaining a positive working relationship with the company and hopes that the trip has strengthened the bond between both parties. He said, and I quote, "We are hoping that this trip has reinforced the relationship between both parties and that we both can continue to benefit from symbolic relationships." To ensure improved compliance with contractual agreements, several measures have been put in place. These include shipping guidelines, new timelines, and a process that accounts for progress and potential delays. Penalties, including contract termination, have also been enforced to ensure adherence. He said, and I quote, "The public is reminded to assist the department by diverting waste from the Pacoot Pond whenever possible. Residents are urged to rinse and segregate plastic, glass, and aluminum household waste and actively participate in the territory's We Recycle program," the release advised. The recently held Coral Crisis art competition hosted by Unite for the Sea BVI showcased a number of students' talent, presenting their ideas on what the coral crisis in the Virgin Islands looks like through their artwork. A number of student winners emerged in a recent interview with myself. They spoke on their experience and interpretation. Ms. Via Donovan Hodge, an educational partner in the initiative, spoke about its concept and background.
Unite for the Seas is an initiative under Unite BVI, so we're focused towards ocean conservation and preservation. So every summer, they sponsor a bunch of different programs for swimming, diving, snorkeling, and the aim is to foster the love of the ocean within children, youth, so that they can protect it, because you only protect the things that you love. If you don't care about something, then you're not going to try and protect it. So our goal is to make children care about the ocean and love the ocean and feel safe and know how to navigate within the ocean so that there'd be something that they want to protect. So each year we have a different theme. This year our theme was the coral crisis. So what I was responsible for specifically was developing our education so that we could go around to the different programs and talk to the kids to make sure that they understood what the coral crisis is, how that affects us in the BVI, and how that affects them personally within their lives, as we do live on an island and we're surrounded by water. And then to wrap up the program, we had our art competition, which was just a way to also get them a little bit more personally involved, and besides just learning about things, having them put it into action and put it into something that they would care about, which was their artwork. And it was also a really good way to get the community involved, because we had a lot of kids who had not been a part of our program, and we see that in our winners. Like, we had people who weren't a part of the Unite for the Seas program and didn't come to lessons and didn't get diving classes, but saw the poster for the program and ended up learning stuff about that through the art competition itself.
She spoke on her observation in interacting with students and seeing their artwork.
I think the kids did a really great job at looking at the theme of the coral crisis then and now. I think a lot of them did research and like went to see, okay, what does this actually mean and how can I put this into artwork? It was also really nice to see how creative they were with the mediums, because we had a lot of different things used to create their artwork. A lot of them were in their descriptions they wrote about the artwork, had like the little things that they used to create their stuff. Some of them were like, I don't want to just use a paintbrush, I want to use other things. We had some sculptures that got made and used like bits of coral that they had found on land that were already dead to integrate them into their artwork. So that was really nice.
Additionally, Ms. Donovan Hodge shared that she hoped the project would have instilled in students.
I hope that they would have left with remembering what they learned this summer, remembering the ways in which they can help the coral, and remembering that the sea and the ocean is not just, you know, this big empty thing that's full of nothing. It's full of life. And we've tried to push a lot that coral is an animal. It's not just a plant, right? Okay. It's something that is alive. It's something that's living under the ocean, and making them recognize that so that every time they step foot in the water, they can be a little bit more cognizant. And I do think we did that.
As a community, we all can assist in the information that is passed on to the next generation as it pertains to our oceans and its preservation. Ms. Donovan Hodge spoke to parents as to what they could do to assist in this information process to their children.
So I think, honestly, we have the internet as a huge resource, and kids spend all of their time on their devices anyway. Yeah. So just there's a video on the National Parks Facebook page that is about coral, and it's put in a really nice way. It's an animated video. I think Nadia did that video. So there's a series of videos there that talks about the coral crisis and the coral, and would be helpful to like just get your children interested. Getting them to be able to do research, but putting them in swim classes is really important, right? Because the more time that they can spend in the ocean, and then also as they grow, we have programs that they can go and help to be the people who go and put antibiotic onto the reef with Beyond the Reef and those kinds of programs. They have those programs, so they can volunteer to do those things and be helpers themselves. So just pushing your kids to like be in the water more and be comfortable with the water and understand how much the water in the ocean is important to us, because if we don't protect our reefs, we live on an island. Every time we get storms and stuff, we have storm surges that are stopped from having full impact on our shores because we have the reefs. So if those continue to die and wither away, then we don't have protection for our island, for our land. And we do have a lot of reclaimed land already on this island. So as that starts to disappear, we will be, you know, at risk.
And finally, she recapped the success of the event, which was held at the Cyril B. Rumney Tortola Pier Park.
The event basically was just, it was an art and a film festival. So we had different stations set up around the pier park. One of the stations had all of the artwork displayed so people could come and see. We had, I think, 75 participants in total that had submitted artwork. So those were all on display that we had gotten. Then we had, you know, some educational stuff so people could learn about the coral and come and, you know, learn about Unite BVI, Unite for the Seas, and what we do. We had some films showing as well that were educational films, as I said before, to talk about, you know, what the coral crisis is, what coral is, get people to understand and do that. But then also we had some documentaries that had been made locally that people had made about the ocean, and then ones that we're working on as well. And then we had a giant mural that was going on that kids were making. So what I did is I created an outline of an undersea vision for them, and they got to just sit in the back, and you know, they had paint pens and they had all the stuff they needed, and they colored that in, and they made like a really big, beautiful collaborative picture that's going to go up at Unite BVI's office. So that was really nice as well.
For the full interview, visit all Tweet4 media platforms. On the matter of education, former principal and educator himself, Dr. Charles Wheatley, has weighed in on the matter concerning educators across the territory. Now, in a brief open letter, former secondary school principal, permanent secretary, and CEO Dr. Charles Wheatley appealed to lawmakers to address the issues facing education. Charles' recent comments stated, and I quote, "For some months, I have voiced concerns about teacher satisfaction. That is not a matter for casual attention. I understand what teachers are saying because I had to manage similar affairs during my tenure as principal of the BVI High School, Chief Education Officer, and as Permanent Secretary for Education." The former president of the H. Lavity Style Community College also called on, and I quote, "the ears that do not listen," end of quote, for urgent education review from independent sources. He said, and I quote, "I have also said to the ears that do not listen that the last review of education system was in 2000, and developments during this quarter of the 21st century warrant an independent review of the system. I appeal to those who are responsible for education not to follow a band-aid approach to solving the issues at hand, review the system to identify the weak links, and work to strengthen them. Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. On the matter of sports, the British Virgin Islands secured a bronze medal at the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Under-23 Women Championships on Sunday after sweeping host Dominica in 3 straight sets. Playing in Rosario Dominica Group B, the BVI women won 25-14, 25-21, 25-21 for a 3-set clean sweep.
serve at a time. One serve before it. Yes. When you are around training. Oh, it was
Also competing in Group B alongside the VI were Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Martin, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada and Anguilla. A team of 4 students from secondary schools across the Virgin Islands will participate in the annual International Global Robotics Challenge from October 7th to the 10th in Singapore. The team of students, namely Amani Brown, Danae Scatliff-Chalwell, Jerron Gibson, all of Elmore Stout High School, and Kedaya James of the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies will join teams from around the world in the For Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology Robotics Challenge. Now, the students will be accompanied by mentors Karine Cuffey, Jules, and Andre Roberts. Take a look at this report. Minister for Education, Youth Affairs and Sports, the Honorable Cherie B. De Castro, said the Virgin Islands' participation in this event presents an excellent opportunity for the students to showcase their talent, innovation, creativity, and problem-solving skills on an international stage. Honorable De Castro said, and I quote, "Participating in the first global challenge not only offers a chance to compete but also to learn and grow as individuals and as a team. It is an opportunity to be inspired by experts in the field and to apply their knowledge to solve real-world problems." Minister De Castro added that she is confident that the team will make the Virgin Islands proud. Acting Chief Education Officer Mrs. Orlando Crabbe said the first Global Robotics Challenge is an esteemed event that brings together teams from all over the world to address important global challenges through robotics. Mrs. Crabbe stated that the host organization, First Global, is a U.S.-based not-for-profit charity with a mission to inspire leadership and innovation in youth from all nations by empowerment through science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Mrs. Crabbe said, and I quote, "It is not just about competition, but also about collaboration and learning from each other." She added, with over 180 nations participating, it is a testament to the global interest in science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics, education and robotics. We know the team will represent our territory admirably and develop skills needed to tackle challenges with creativity and persistence. The team was selected following a robotics workshop held on 1st September, which was attended by over 50 students. The students were selected for their interests, cooperation, innovation, persistence, and analytic skills. Education Officer for Science, Ms. Renee Western, and Education Officer for Information and Computer Technology, Ms. Lauren Welsh, are coordinating the students' participation in the upcoming event, which will be held under the theme Hydrogen Horizons. Sponsors for the team's participation is being provided by First Global. The Ministry of Education congratulates the Virgin Islands team on being chosen to participate in the 2023 First Global Robotics Challenge in Singapore. The British Virgin Islands Film Commission is calling all interested film professionals to enter this year's film competition titled 284 Excellence Film Competition. Interested film enthusiasts are encouraged to complete registration via the info@bvifilm.com by the 9th of October 2023. The deadline for video submissions is October 20th. Video submissions that advance beyond the preliminary round will premiere at the screening event. 284 Excellence Film Screening and Awards ceremony will be held on Sunday, 19th November 2023 at UP's Cineplex. Now, the year's finalists will compete for a plethora of award. Titles include Best Cinematography, Best Actor and Actress, Best Screenplay, Best Editing, Best Soundtrack, Fan Favorite Award, Best Overall Picture, and others, along with a grand prize of $5,000. And that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Do have a safe and enjoyable evening. Happy Tuesday. Goodbye.